Hey guys, this is Man Shark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is episode 4 of Long Live the King. I think it's episode 4. Anyway, we're Jarl Sigurd Ring of Svipjod. We are immortal, of course. Let's have a look. We're actually a quick, brilliant strategist who is immortal, scarred, berserker, brave, ambitious, shy, chaste, temperate, and we've got a little bit of a rash. Not too worried about that. And we're married to this lovely... Oh, she's a berserker as well. That is going to be some amazing sex. Wow. Anyway, we rule Svipjod. We have the provinces of Shallan under our dominion as tributaries, which is good. They pay us some money. And we've also got a truce with the dude up here in Satakunda. We're trying to form the Kingdom of Sweden. Let's get this going. We need about 25 more gold for that. I'm pretty content to sit and wait because we don't exactly have much of a raiding force around the place. We are no longer rashed, which is good. Everything is just coming along fairly nicely. I'm actually going to buy another level of military organization. Just noticed that that was where it has to be. And I'm thinking... maybe we should buy like improved keeps or something. We should definitely get a new level of legalism. That's absolutely true. But in economics, we've already invested in construction. That's okay. We don't need to invest in that one again for a little bit. It's one of these infrastructures. Going to be castle infrastructure. Yep, done. Because castle infrastructure gives us access to the last level of the forts, which is what we actually need to eventually adopt feudalism. Whereas the city is the one for our republics. Ranvo was bitten by a snake this morning. That's my lad. Good work, kiddo. You're a good kid. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger and all that. We do have a de jure ducal claim, which we should probably press at some point, but I really want to be king before I do that. I have a bit of a suspicion that once we become king, that will actually... Okay, Ragnar here. Lately, Yu's son, Ragnar, has taken to wearing a pair of heavy, shaggy breeches for protection while practicing his combat skills. Because of this, your kinsmen and friends have started calling him Ragnar Lodbrok. So he's just gained the diligent and brawny traits. So brawny is amazing. Diligent is also really good. He's a bit stressed, but you know, whatever. So yeah, this is the famed Viking. Just a shame that he'll never inherit. Well, he may inherit at some point, but you know, hopefully not. West Francia is actually very worrying to me. They already took over Saxony. He's above all his limits, but he seems to be giving them out, so... He's already taken Saxony and fucked over our religion a little bit. Like, this is not great moral authority. I would not at -10 permanently because of him in Silk getting destroyed. That would blow. It's going to be a real challenge to reform the religion. To get that... Actually, 50% isn't bad. I could do 50%. Maybe. With a bit of raiding and temple destruction, we can probably do 50%. It's doable. Awesome. Good work. So, getting this guy's opinion of me up a little bit. Not much, because he's still a bit of a bitch. He really wants Nerake off me. That's going to be a problem at some point in the future. pretty sure he can call in more dudes than I can. 3.66. And I'm sitting on, I don't know, when this gets back up. Oh, looks like we need a new commander somewhere. She doesn't like me because we kidnapped her. Whatever. She'd be in charge of part of an army. I'm sure that won't go, too astray. So one thing I would like to do is see if we can raid these guys. I don't know if we can. We're going to need about 1,000 dudes to make it worthwhile. So why not more? I need a new unit here because I need to get rid of the liege levy. I'm not going to lead the goddamned thing. We're going to get her to do this. Let's make them a raiding party and just see if they can. Been at peace for too long. Well, hopefully this fixes that. As well, we can take a -2 to prestige. I don't want to. So we're only doing this because it's neighbouring territory and these guys are not Norse, from what I remember. Yep, they're Sormanesco. Whereas these guys are there and here are Germanic. Which is our religion. Can't raid your own religion. Wouldn't be nice. Okay, great. So we can still raid. That's excellent. And we are indeed raiding. So, obviously we don't get as much out of this shit as we did out of other shit. If that makes much sense. I mean, look, this place only has 2 gold sitting in it. Possible loot of 3.5. Whereas down here in, say, London, they're already up to 38.4. So yeah, we're just going to raid this place. We are going to actually loot the tribes because we've got enough dudes to do it. Taking a slight monetary loss to do so, so I'm hoping that this is actually going to be nice and quick for us. Be able to loot these temples. We can only do it to immediately neighbouring provinces though, and that's because we've got this province here. So we've got 3 targets and then we'll leave them alone. He's raised up his troops somewhere. Oh no, that's us. New administration, they're still filling. At a very slow rate. When does that run out? 15 years or so. So this goes well because it's just a tribal holding, and tribal holdings is shit. My daughter needs an education. I won't educate her myself, I've got enough on my plate. I'll have my wife educate her. Come on, 2 more ticks and we'll see how much we get out of them. We're doing very well here actually. We could... 3.5, it's not terrible. And it's not great, but fuck it, whatever. We need 135 to declare ourselves King of Sweden. So we might finish the raiding season here. Oh, and 50 tech points. Military? Military it is. Obviously we're not going to invest right now because there's like... We might get siege equipment, but not right now. So I don't know if I've explained this before, but this little bar here on the orange line, that's where we can loot to without actually, attacking the place. We could have hung around in this one and looted it a little bit further. And in fairness, we probably should have, but fuck it. We'll see what happens in this one, so I can see if I can demonstrate it to you. So it's current state of affairs, we've looted it down to the line, we can't loot it any further. There is still loot in the province, but it's protected by the fort level. And we'll see what happens to that in just a couple of ticks. One more tick. So we get the usual gold for actually looting the place. 1.5 and a little bit of piety. And now we're going to... Is it... Yep, there we go. Now if the Orthodox guys are in charge there. So you see that line has moved all the way down to the end. And while we're in here, we slowly loot. See that possible loot number is going down. 2.6, 2.3, 1.9, 1.6. So it's very small amounts. But I think that does actually help us a lot. And we're gonna, and now that that symbol was red, cannot loot. So we'll head on down here, attack this tiny little army. So he's raised him up as just a defensive measure because we are running around the place. Unfortunately for him, it means that we're going to be able to take his shit even easier. And we get a little fight out of it as well, which is always good. You know, a little bit of prestige. So even while we're besieging them, we are still looting. You see here, so we're looting 0.48 every 4 days. Which means that, yeah, it's actually quite beneficial because that 0.61 is a monthly income. So I'm quite comfortable in naming myself King of Sweden as soon as we are done with this siege and subsequent extra looting. Ragnar leveled up in age terms. He will be exceptional. They haven't accumulated his stat bonuses into this yet. He is unmarried. We need to marry him. Whoops, I did not have the window selected then. My apologies. No, she's too old for that. Oh, hang on. Search all. Thank you. All with my religion. All with my religion group, then. And we are going to need this to be female. Thank you. Well, that's not bad. Must not be oh, god damn it. No. And not a ruler. Actually, no, not a ruler. Also not in prison. Yes, that's not great because they're all like 32. Let's try and find somebody who's quick. She'd come to the court. She's both attractive and quick. We just straight up arrange a marriage here. No, because she is the spy master, so her boss won't let her come. But she will rock up when we invite her. So Jamela. There we are. And now, yeah, so she's got some religious differences and all that sort of stuff, but whatever. Congratulations, you're married. The gold is actually more important right now. Thank you. And now I'm going to crown myself King of Sweden. So 128 gold. Okay. 100 piety and we'll get 400 prestige. Done. Congratulations, we're King Svipjob now. We're going to nominate Ragnar, of course, because Ragnar's pretty cool. And we need a new commander. New 2 commanders, actually. So Ragnar's going to be one of them because he's amazing. And I guess we'll make this dude one as well. Whatever. We really should get a new Chancellor. Snorri is kind of shit. Anyway, the importance of that, though, is now that we're part of the proper kingdom, we're going to start offering people vassalizations. I'm going to start with all of the ones who are actually out of, like in our de jure area, which is basically these kids. So we've invited him and those two. We'll invite this dude up north as well, Metal Pad. Yep. And because we are actually very powerful, they'll all agree to it. And that's me fulfilling my ambition. My next ambition is to amass wealth or see the realm prosper. Now the issue with that is peace for 5 years is fairly difficult. I think I'm going to amass wealth first. See how that goes. Alright, we keep on raiding over here. Okay, he's joined. Gotland joined. Vermaland next. That was Metal Pad and Vermaland. There we go. Excellent. So now we actually have all but a slight amount of Sweden under our realm, reign, whatever. This guy is very unlikely. Yeah. So this guy considers that we don't have enough power to deal with him. There's a small difference in our rank, and he really doesn't like us. All negatives. He will not become a vassal without us going to war with him. Potentially he'll die, and then we'll get his lunatic son on board. However that works. Now another thing we might be able to do is talk to people outside of our realm. So this guy is not in Sweden, but because he's so powerful and he likes us, he's happy to come on board. There we go. We're going to put Ranver under curfew. He's now Roth, which is pretty cool. Okay, this guy has just formed a defensive pact against me, so I have gained threat. A massive 5% of threat because I've been apparently asking people to peacefully vassalize with you. Yeah, apparently that's threatening. And of course, because a pact has been formed, well, you know what that means. That means fucking everybody joins in. Like we've got, you know what? I want to check the, God, how do I even do this? I want to modify, there we are. Yeah, that's going to show in the log. Thank you. I don't care about people joining the defensive pact. I care about its original formation and its eventual dissolution. But that's it. Because I mean, I can check it all out down here. So, great. And now we have no threat, so they will all go away. Or our threat is so low that it doesn't care to warn us about it. I did ask you to join, right? Yeah, offer vassalization. Send. Oh, that was right. It was this dude, Herjardel. So one thing we should be doing here, as we gather them together, is forming their individual duchies. And, yep, thank you. There's that threat again. We're up to 5.3. I'll be honest, I don't quite understand why peaceful vassalizations are causing us to gain threat. I'm going to march on over to this place because there's still a fair amount of loot in it. So using that, we might actually be able to take most of Norway. We can definitely attack these guys for well, once the army levy's down. Yeah, we're obviously a false religion of that dude and false culture. But we can attack these guys for being Sormanesco and take their lands. But most of these guys around here, Oh, my father-in-law. Yeah, he'll join up. Yep, great. So, honestly, I'm not too caring about the threat. We're going to accumulate it anyway, and then it'll go away. The management part of it doesn't really matter too much. And all of these guys are pretty alright with me, so it's not like I'm inviting in any snakes or anything like that. But it is just kind of funny. Okay, so here's a new thing. We can... if you hold 3 kingdom titles, you've got a prestige of at least 8,000 and a personal wealth of 1,000. And you've got decent enough realm size, you can lose 1,000 gold to form a new empire. So that'd be an option if we can't quite get Scandinavia. Form our own empire and call it something, I imagine. Great. This guy, he likes me. He's actually a pretty good leader. So another thing, by expanding our realm at such a rate, while ripping up our threat, one of the things we can do here is we're basically getting a much larger pool to draw from. Ooh, that's all of Halegaland. That's nice. He's been busy. Thank you. And that's actually given us, where is it? Control of the second holy site. We are going to, well, we might not have to go to war with Svipjod immediately, because that power thing should really decrease fairly swiftly. Alright, how's the raiding going? It's coming along. Good, good, good. Alright. Yep, great. This guy might not take it immediately. Yeah, because we're a distant realm, we have no borders with this guy. But we're going to soon. So one thing that we've done by this is we've managed to actually isolate Shalland. Or we will be isolating Shalland. So now he goes along with it because we're no longer a distant realm, so that's not the only thing that he cares about. And actually, if we continue to take enough land, we'll also be able to form the Kingdom of Norway. Actually, we should probably be able to do that right, yeah. So again, as soon as we get a bit of money, because it's our second kingdom, I think it costs us more. Wife's pregnant, but yeah, as soon as we get a bit of money, a bit more, we can form the Kingdom of Norway and be a double king. Alright, because Norway also includes, like, shit out here. See, these guys won't vassalize because to them we are a distant realm. And you know what? That's fair enough. But once we take Norway, we'll then be their de jure liege as well. And that will matter to them. Lapland is also a decent one to work towards, but that's wartime up there. Alright, great. So now it's just Svipjod hanging around. These defensive packs are going to be fucking huge. We've got 17.9% threat. So yeah, almost everybody who is anything is going to be involved in these. Let's have a look at this ridiculous bullshit. Yep. There's the Pagan Defensive League. There's the Catholic Defensive League. More Pagan Defensive League down here. The Indian Defensive League. More Catholic there. And the Islamic Defensive League. And what's this one? Who are these guys? Are these the Jews? No, the Zoroastrians. Amazing. I mean, I'm proud to report that we're now awesome. And we got our concubine pregnant as well. Great. So we're just going to wait for that to deteriorate, that threat, because currently, if we look at the map, we can't really declare war on anybody. I mean, maybe for some of the bigger English guys, but the little guys, they've all banded together and all that sort of thing. So I wonder what he's got to say now. I'm pretty sure we've got technically a truce with him as well. I won't let us declare war because no casus belli. Can't kill him, can't kill him, can't even kill him. Now we've got a bigger realm. We still don't have anybody who's decent at diplomacy. She's probably the best person to lead the armies. Because everybody else is like a commander or a chief or something like that. The steward, we do have a very nice steward here, the chief of Nidaros. We're going to hire him and have him build our legend. Spy master, we do have a better one, but she's supposed to be making babies with Ragnar. And Seer is obviously awesome. And let's have a little bit of a look at the minor titles. So, specifically the commanders, of course. We do already have a physician. Where the hell's a Drot City? Okay, that's cool. Like a steward of a realm. So, first of all, Vagodi. Yep. Basically, you find the lowest ones and start replacing them with the highest. And then this 11 dude. And he's actually the best if there is at the moment. So that's a formidable array of commanders. We've got a 16, a 16, a 15, a 22, an 11, and a 20. And we've even got a siege leader sitting in there. So that's amazing for when our Viking age begins. And it looks like we've looted all that we can. So head back to base and we'll drop the troops. Or we could come up here and start looting these places. Do I want... No, I don't want low tribal organization yet. I want to pump church taxation up to medium. And then I'll put church levies down to minimum. When I next can, which is like in 10 years or something. That's the real drama with us not... what do you call it? With us not dying, is that we won't get a quick turnaround of laws. Come on guys, vote for it, you know you want to. Is there still a raiding party, right? Yep, excellent. So these guys can raid there, and there. There are no temples in any of those, which is a bit annoying, but say we get 1% per infidel temple looted. Which is nice. It's nice. But, you know, it is what it is. Now, down here, the Saxons are revolting. They seem to be doing alright, but I don't expect it to go too well for them because, well, it's fucking King of France. Can we do anything about it, actually? Where's Widukind? See, they're at war with Widukind of the Saxon Rebellion, this guy here. We cannot offer to join. Well, boys, I hope you do alright by yourselves. I don't think there's going to be any way for me to help you out by assassinating King Carl. Alright, let's go raiding. Upland is becoming more prosperous. Good. Prosperity is something that we need. Well, got some dangerous factions. Got an independence faction sitting around the place. Didn't see that form, actually. So let's investigate. See, all these guys like me, but I understand why they don't want to be in the Great Realm, though. Let's be honest, they did literally just join up. Who's the boss? This guy. Well, I might grant him an honorary title of some kind. Make him a herdman. Maybe that'll help. Wow, that's going to go fairly quickly. Ah, because we've got the siege guy in there, of course. Let's sit through it. It's like, what, 3 ticks now? Yep. We'll sit through it and then we'll call the episode to an end and start the next one. Because, well, I have no backlog. So when do these places get better from being a year? Ah, Ragnar had a son. Excellent, and he's an attractive son as well. Not one of those ugly babies. Pop, thank you. Oh, and we kidnapped people as well. That's really good, actually. It means that we'll be able to have a blot at some point and get a lot of shit out of it. And just before I forget, I'm going to upgrade the... What do I want to upgrade? I mean, I really want to upgrade the Hill Fort, but I think the training grounds are probably going to be a better idea. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. So I've been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.